We're going to continue with our actions lessons here. This one will be involving inserting a conditional. Say we want to create an action that just flips a layer horizontally. So let's do that. We're going to hit create new action. We're just going to call it flip H. Hit record. And then we're going to hit edit, transform, and horizontal. And it flipped it horizontally, so we're going to hit stop. Now, if we want to see what that action looks like played back, it just flips the layer from side to side. And it's very handy for doing things like when you put a texture over, if you want to see what it looks like the other way. So there's a problem with this though, is if we try to play this like on the background layer, we're going to get an error message because it says the flip command is not currently available. It doesn't tell you why, it just tells you that you can't do it. So the reason why we can't do it though is because that layer is locked. It's the background layer. So they usually lock the background layer when you open an image because they don't want you to screw up your original. And it's good just to leave that locked. That way, no matter what editing you do, you can always go back to that layer. So we're going to go ahead and hit stop. And we're going to insert a conditional into this action. So we're going to select the action. You don't have to hit record now. And then we're going to hit the menu. And we're going to hit insert conditional. So what is the condition? The layer is locked. So if the layer is locked, what do we want to do? We want to play another layer called duplicate layer. So if the layer is locked, we're going to duplicate the layer, the action we made yesterday, and then on the new duplicated layer, then we can flip it. So we've got that in there, but notice that it put it at the end of the action. So all you have to do to get it to the first, because we want it to make that decision before it flips the layer, is click and drag it above. So now when we play this, it's going to make a copy of this background layer, and then it's going to flip that layer. So I'm going to hide that layer so we can see what's going on. So there we go. We no longer get the error message, and it made the new layer and then it flipped it. Now it's smart enough to know, because we put the if in there, if the layer is locked, make a new, play this other action, make a new layer. So this layer is not locked, so it's just going to flip it back and forth. So there you go. That's one reason why you might insert a conditional. In case that you want to do something to the background layer, you can automatically duplicate it and then perform that action on the duplicated layer.